Good evening, everybody. Are we ready for some spoopy game development? Thanks for coming out to this little Saturday scremstrem with me, Voices from the Dark, and you, whoever you are who've showed up. Hello, Darag. Hello, Cheyenne. Hello, Kusmos. Hello, Conoric. Hey, it's Lotto. Have you forgotten to ping the Discord? I have! I am on it. I am on it, Missy. At stream ping. Live now. Hello, Yukimura. Hello, Mark the Gamer. Nice to see you, Husky. Very nice indeed. Scrimstrim? No, it's a scremstrum. Big difference. I'm meant to be the irresponsible one. Hello, Bruno. Hello, Germsy. You didn't miss a stream, by the way. This is the 4th official stream of the doll journey. So whether you've been with us the entire way, or if this is your first scremstrem in the Dollhouse, welcome. I will make sure that you are caught up and you understand what we are doing. So, things have happened since the last time. Well, I've tried to work on it, but life's busy, so I'll just start with a rant. Just everything is just so many things, responsibilities. Like last night, I was in a voiceover recording studio, having this young actress do a voice for a walking simulator that I'm working on as a class project. And she nailed it, so that was a lot of fun. But there's just been so much work lately, and we need that game done by the middle of November, so we're really focusing on that. So the whole thing about making this a Halloween game, I don't see that happening, because there's just not enough time. But something fun that has happened, actually, I wasn't sure if I was going to bring it up, but we might as well. So let's open up. Let's watch some videos together. So something fun that has happened since the last stream is that my game Otherworld, which I posted on itch, has been played by a couple of people, which is fun. Did gain some traction. It's died down a little bit now in popularity, but there was a period of time where some people enjoyed playing it.
Happy!
Yeah, that guy. He's intense, but you know.
Moving on, shall we? Question mark. Ah, lovely music. Can you hear Tchaikovsky? Mozart? Bach? Beethoven?
Probably one of them. So Jack decided to play Otherworld, which was a lot of fun. This was a horror prototype that I made for class and posted, and he played it, so that was fun to see. It was just like, oh, you can make something, post it, and even though you feel like it's a bad thing, others are gonna play it and be like, oh, there's potential here. Oh, that's cool. And then next up, Mr. Markiplier over here. I think, was it the last game he played? It was the last game in the series. Otherworld's so short that it doesn't get its own video, of course. Let's see.
On to the next.
That's inappropriate. We're trying to hold a stream here.
This is Otherworld.
And now Mark has played this. Do you know what this means?
That lady's doing over there? Probably dying. But
probably. Do you know what this means, though? This means that if we make a really good doll game and we put it out there, our game and all of its content can be picked up by even the biggest of YouTubers, because horror is all the rage. I think I underestimated just how popular horror stuff really is. Let's see. Can I get the... Ooh, maybe we want the... Let's get the Resident Evil 2 save room theme, I think. Oh, that's good. So, I was really happy to see that, and it really got me motivated to work more. So, I have been working from time to time in our little projects. So, I'm going to catch everybody up on what's been happening. Hello, Ali. Gotta slap your YouTube channel. I know, this Champion of Serial challenge has been going for a while. The Onyx. So, It's nearing a climax too, which is exciting. Thank you, Cheyenne. It was a lot of fun to see. And we're gonna make sure that they notice Freddy too. We're gonna make sure they can't ignore it. So, what is it that we're working on? Well, this is, so far we're calling it Sophie's Dollhouse. And we have a couple of notes here. So, the general pitch is that your doll collection has gone missing from your room. All your precious dolls have moved around the house. Can you find and return them all in time for the tea party? So it's a first-person horror game, set in the shoes of a young girl who wakes up in the middle of the night and has to go around the house collecting her dolls. Not all of her dolls are very kind to her, if that makes sense. And I've been working a lot on Freddy's AI, so let's see how that works. If I place Freddy down the hallway over here, I've made it so that Freddy now has a schedule. Hello, Cheddar. Freddy is going to move around the house, going on a patrol. He has a couple of different paths that he can walk along. I can visualize these. There we go. So Freddy can walk around. He chooses a random point and decides to walk over there, avoiding some obstacles on the way. He'll stop at the points and idle a little, look around, then he will continue. But if he catches sight of the player, he has a little ball in front of him here which sends out a ray, just a beam that looks for the player. And if he can see the player and the player is within range, Freddy is gonna start legging it for Sophie. Can you link the video game is played? Just look up Jack's channel and look for the thumbnail where he's in a surgeon's outfit, and look up Mark's channel and look for the latest 3 scary games where he has a red face in the thumbnail. You'll find them. So, if you want to escape from Freddy, which can be quite difficult, you need to essentially outrun him for a while. If he loses sight of you, he still knows where he last saw you. So if you turn a corner, he's not going to be like, wait, where are they? He's not a Skyrim bandit. He knows, oh, I last saw her as she was turning the corner. I should go to the corner and look. If he reaches that point and still does not see you, he will be like, gosh darn it, and he'll go back to his patrol. That's the simplified version of how it works. So Sophie is T-posing to assert her dominance. We'll see if that serves her well. Let's see how it works out for now, how it feels from the player's point of view. He's still not perfect. Hello, Shelvik. Let's see. There we go. Gunther's in his Gunthmobile. It would be kind of nice to actually... I'm gonna hide out here so Freddy doesn't come and get me. I kind of want to see this side by side here, to be fair. Yeah. Alright, so... let's uncheck that, go to Freddy. Enable this cam right here. So as we can see, Freddy is now moseying around the house. But if he catches sight of me, he's right there in the living room. He hasn't seen me. Let's see. Does he see? Oh, as you can see, as soon as he begins to see me, he's gonna come running as fast as he can to try to catch me. But if I can manage to outrun him and stay out of his line of sight for a while, which I'm not able to right now, I'm gonna try to run out into the street, I think. So Freddy can still see me, which is a problem. If you get far enough away and you manage to hide behind something. Okay, Freddy struggles with grass. Grass is a difficult concept, we still need to work on it. But he actually comes after you now, and it's really great. I'm gonna hide behind this bush. Wait, where's Freddy? Oh, where? Oh, hold on. Okay, yeah. So Freddy's lost me now. He doesn't know where I am. So he's probably gonna go back to his patrol schedule. He's a little stuck, I think. Hello! Okay, he sees me. So, we have the Freddy chase. That's good. We still need to figure out what the frick is supposed to happen when he actually catches you, I feel. We need to figure out what the jump scare is, or what the punishment is. Oh, that sucks, Potato. I mean, it doesn't suck. Spend some time with your family, I said as I spend time here instead of with my family. What was the thing in your Snapchat story, the voice work for the game? Yeah, I'm working on a walking simulator for a class project. I think actually a classmate of mine linked me a video. Oh, but what? Everything hurts? Well, I'm sure your wallet hurts. Holy okay, thank you so much. Damn. As you can see, I've set up a little goal here to get us some asset packs and the like, and also help pay because I've gotten some new stream equipment. I have like a nice stream arm and a... Holy... Thank you so much. I appreciate... Oh, look... Thea! Hello, I was actually just about to promote Desiderium. I was gonna go looking through some file. That's a lot of dollar. That is a lot of dollar. Should I show the trailer? Or should we just, should we wait until it's more polished? Some were wondering about the voice actress. And I'm not sure. I love the suggestion, Husky. Well, you can be with them, but you can be on your phone. Hello, Darth Marak. But yeah, it's for a walking simulator. We had this young girl, she was still in high school, come in. She's doing some, like, actor. She's taking, like, the actor line. There's not voice acting in it yet? Oh, okay. Well, I just misunderstood then, because I just read some Facebook comments without actually opening the chat. But, like, she came in, this young girl with this very... Oh, Truda, hello. I haven't seen you in, like, I don't know, over a year. Nice to see you pop in. Essentially, she came in, this young girl with this rather... so you could hear it in her voice that it wasn't a normal voice. It was like, oh, this is like a dubbing voice. This is like a voiceover, like Disney Channel voice. She was so good. Just the mood and the delivery and the attitude. Like, me and Thea was sitting in like the other room, like giving her directions and such for the voice lines. She was just knocking it out of the park. It was super fun. I kind of want to go into the booth myself and start doing some lines, because, you know, I've done that. Hold! Ah! What's the point of having donation goals if you're gonna crush them in like 30 seconds? Everything hurts. What the... Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. Cool. Great. Great. Thank you so much. If you want to hear the VA clip, I posted it on Discord actually. Yeah, I did. Oh, yeah. Like, okay, so now that I think back to who, like, back in 2016, like, I was super lonely, and I tried to reach out to, like, the Norwegian YouTube community, and Trude was one of the people that I got in touch with through another YouTuber, and we used to hang out. So, yeah, that would be fun, actually. Because actually, Martin asked me on Twitter the other day to go get some coffee or something to drink, so we should totally get the gang back together, get Charmander and the hashtags back up and running. He could afford a house. Well, thank you so much, Everything Hurts. I appreciate the support. Premium Cheddar gives £2 and says, wish I wasn't broke. Do not worry in the slightest. Your presence is more than enough. It's more than money can buy. Hello, Alex. Welcome to the Skremstrem. Where, sorry, my mind's a little all over the place with everything that's happening. So yeah, working on a walking simulator. I hope to show you a trailer for that pretty soon. I'm gonna be, if any of you are in Norway, this goes for you too, Trude. I'm gonna be at Spillexpo in Lillestrøm on the 2nd of November here in Norway. And I'm going to be presenting a game on stage, which just so happens to be Bobo Bounso, my clown-themed platformer, and I might be wearing a suitable attire. So if you want to see me perform on a stage in front of hundreds of people in a clown costume, get to Lillestrøm on Saturday the 2nd of November at 4 o'clock. Okay, now we know. Well, Alex, I was just about to show you a new feature I've been working on, which is pretty fun. Oh, you know where that is, Kane. Nice. Yeah, I'm presenting in my normal everyday clothes. That was the thought. Okay, what kind of music do we want? We have Dungeon Sinister, Dungeon Mysterious. I kind of want to go Exploration Mysterious. I don't want to go straight up spooks yet. Because we're going to be talking about jump scares in just a bit. Definitely true that. Let's, we should do that. I mean, I always say that to old friends. Like, the whole point of making Desiderium, this walking simulator, is that it's all about reconnecting with friends that you've lost, with lost friendship, and what it takes for a person to keep a relationship alive. And if you neglect it, how it will decay. So it's very fitting. So I can't be working on a game like that and not take contact again. So let's try to do that. Hey, Jerion. I think I saw you earlier, but I think maybe you went off to do something. Aw. You have to go to Spill Expo now? Yeah, I think we only got like a ticket for that 1 hour that we were gonna have the presentation, which is a little, cheap. But yeah, the school's paying and we get like hoodies and such. And we have to wear hoodies with the school's brand on it, but I'm gonna be in a clown costume. How am I just gonna be like fully like in a one-piece clown costume with a black hoodie? I mean, ooh, maybe that will kind of look a little punk rock. Maybe I will actually look nice in it. I don't know. Will it be filmed? I hope so. I want it to be filmed. It'll be my first time on a stage presenting a game, and I look forward to it. It's gonna be like my... I'm gonna come in there with like a red wig and a nose, gonna be like, hi, welcome to my TED Talk. It's probably just gonna be like 11-year-olds there who wants us to Fortnite dance. But... maybe. That sounds wonderful, Alex. Yes, Trude, me and Martin made a vlog when we were at Spill Expo in 2016. And the intro is... Okay, I'm gonna find it. I'm sorry we're going so off track from everything. Tonight we'll get back to the Scremstrom, we have time. But, okay, let me see. Spill Expo. You know what time that will be? 4 o'clock. 4 o'clock. I'm not sure, is this public? Oh, it is public actually. Holy heck. Well, here goes copyright. Yeah, so the concept was, what if my life was an anime, was the concept. So, yeah, I don't know about, I'm kind of scared now, to be honest. I can't quite remember. All I remember is that I've considered unlisting it, but I haven't. So, let's see. Oh my gosh. Oh my, 2016! So long ago! I hadn't even started game design! Oh. I got elf airs from like students from the school that I now attend. There's Daniel, there's me in VR, that's... Anyways, so we've been making some progress in the game, and I kind of want to show that off. So, what we've been wanting to do is that we need the dolls in this game to have a power. They need to have some sort of use case, right? That is a way that we're gonna make this game be more tactical. I'm gonna disable chase for Freddy just so I can move around a little safer. Hello, Andrew Hall. Welcome to this stream, where I am not cringe in the slightest. I've never done anything cringe in my life. Yeah, those were Trude's airs, actually. So, here's the thing. Here's what I want to happen. There are different abilities for the different dolls. Right over here is Johanna. She is the pumpkin girl. I want to place her outside, but I place her in here for now. Yeah, laugh it up while you can. I've made a highlight system, so when you move your cursor over a doll, they will glow to indicate that you can now interact. What the? Germsy, please bring back Cat Carl. But I was... But I was just rid of... Fine. Fine, we're bringing back Cat Carl. We're bringing back Cat Carl. What I want to say about this is that this was like an amazing, just an amazing time for me, because I was actually making friends during a time in my life where I was really lonely. And this song is like sped up like 5% just to avoid copyright, and I think it worked. So that's true there, right there. That's her doing her thing. So I think we just went around with the camera and did random stuff, as you do. There's Martin. We used to hang out all the time, but you never do. So, oh, wait for it. The freeze frame! The freeze frame is so good! Oh, it's so good. Oh. I'm just looking past the cringe right now, and I'm just seeing Atozy! Holy shit, Atozy's channel's blown up so much. Like, me and Atozy, we used to hang, man. How is he doing now? I am subbed to him, but... Yeah, he's past 1 million subscribers right now. He's doing, like, drama stuff, but... I mean, I would watch this anime. Let's be totally real. So yeah, we need to do that again. That freeze of your face, yep. Anyways, I'm sorry I get so distracted today. It's just a lot is going on right now in my mind, in my head. I've been wanting to scream today. So let's try to get that out in more constructive ways, shall we? So wholesome. Alright, we'll do something like that, I think. Maybe just a little easier. Doll powers. Yes, thank you, guy who comments. You're helping me stay on track. So, when we pick up Johanna, I want there to be a power that we can use. Similar to the power in Siren Blood Curse. So, what... Okay, so, the pickup system isn't perfect yet. As you can see, Johanna has no butt. There are actually no faces on the butt. I mean, that's a modeling term, but essentially her butt has a gaping hole in it, which butts usually do. How do I explain this? Okay, we need to fix her butt, because you can see the issue right here. But, no pun intended, if I now use her power, I can see through the eyes of Freddy. I can see as Freddy moves around the house. He's walking over there, he's idling. I can see exactly what he sees. I can see myself through Freddy's eyes. Alright. I'll keep that in mind through the... I really like this idea of being able to see into Freddy's eyes for a moment, because it's gonna make it so much easier to get out. No, you know, Sophie looks a little derpy when she's seen from the third person in that way, but it's not too bad, I feel. She's sort of a pouty girl, but it's kind of cool. I mean, you can just see yourself suddenly. The worst part is going to be seeing yourself through Freddy's eyes. That's really going to be where the horror comes in. But it's a start. It's a start. Is the house big enough? You'd have a hard time just by looking around. The thing is, I want it to be very sound-based, so you can hear his footsteps around. Oh my gosh, please shut up. I want to put away Johanna. I think I'll just mute her because I'm going a little insane. There is the basement that I want him to be able to go into. There are a couple of rooms here. It's not a huge house, but it's big enough if I put up some more paths here and there. Both your vision, like in Siren. I haven't set up a split view. I've been considering whether I should, but I kind of like the idea that in order to get this view when the game is complete, like right now it's just click a key and you swap. That's a bit too sudden, that's not really smooth. I want you to sort of hold Johanna and have to hold her for a little while, and then zoom, you go into his vision. and then you cannot move while in his eyes, and then you can go back. I don't want you to be able to move while in his vision, and I think I just want to go between the two of them, because it's not going to be a major gameplay feature, more of just that one power. So if you, for example, see, okay, he's in the living room, he's looking in the corner, zoom, you go out of his vision and you just run away up the stairs and place down the doll. Now, when it comes to placing down the doll, I've also wanted to make a system where we can drop her anywhere. So if I wanted to, I could just look down and just hit the E key here and she would just plop down. What if Freddy sees you differently than you normally look? Ooh, I kind of like that, Junior. That's... Also, do you notice his head? Do you see his head turn to look at me as I move around him? It's subtle. Oh gosh, it's subtle, but I've actually added some head motion so that the dolls are all gonna turn their head. Oh gosh. The dolls will turn their heads to look at Sophie when she's near, which adds a little bit to the creep factor. Because you can also see that reflected, in his vision, I do believe. So he can turn around and you can just see him look at you. Will the player get a message, know how to use the dolls? So the way we have thought about giving the message to the player, because that has been a design issue. Oh gosh, I'm not gonna, just get away. We're gonna have a book. We're gonna have a storybook, essentially, because he's sliding a bit as he's coming to a patrol point. You might want to change that. We're gonna have a storybook where we see a picture of the doll, and whether that's grayed out or colored in means whether we've collected them or not. And I want on one page there to be a little rhyme that tells you something about the doll. Sort of a children's nursery rhyme about, oh, Freddy likes to come and hunt. Na 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 na. He can be a little rough. Something like that. And then on the other side, I want there to be more of a plain English version. Press the right mouse button to use Johanna's ability while carrying her. So I want the book to be a mix of sort of... Oh, why did you... Okay, hey Freddy, bye-bye. Yeah, I'm just scared it's not gonna be clear enough, because from my experience, you really gotta make it obvious to players how you do things and what you're supposed to do. Even if it seems obvious to the developer, you usually have to go through a couple of extra hoops and do a lot of testing to make sure that people think the way that you're thinking they will think. So testing is super important. I was at Console, which is a video game developer conference that happens in Bergen here in Norway, and a lot of the talks were actually about how important testing is. It was a lot of fun. I actually got to hug the producer of Monument Valley, and I got to talk with Jay Wong from Miniclip, who've gone over into the mobile games industry. I wasn't aware. I've just played the Flash games like Playing with Fire when I was younger. And I got to sit down with one of the lead designers of Bethesda and actually ask him a couple of questions. So, a lot of fun. Probably talk more about that in some upcoming Champion of Cyrodiil videos. But I really got to feel that, testing, that was the key to fixing a lot of issues, especially with, puzzle games like Monument Valley. But I think it's gonna be the same. I hate how he looks in the shadow. I fanboyed so hard. And the thing is, I was less scared of going up and talking to him than I was scared of missing the opportunity that it was going to happen at all. Because I was sitting there looking down, I saw that he was available, and I was like, I should get up out of my seat, go down and talk to him. If I don't, he's going to leave, I probably won't ever have the chance. So I was like, nope, I'm going it. Yeah, that's the thing, like Bethesda has a lot on their plates, so I basically just asked him Oblivion-related things. I just wanted to hear his thoughts about the arena and the Adoring Fan, the origin of the Adoring Fan, and a couple of things like that, and I got some pretty sweet answers, so, stay tuned to the channel. Haha. What could be Gunther's power? Why haven't we thought about Gunther's power yet? You're right, okay. So we need to take a couple of notes here, because you guys... I feel like Freddy is way more scary in the light. I just hate the way his face looks in the darkness, because his eyes glow a little. I think Freddy is struggling with vitamin D deficiency. Yeah. That wouldn't surprise me. Let's see. Gunther power. Passive speed. Press and hold increase speeds. Let's see. Gunther power has to do with speed increase, because it would work with just his gimmick of driving a car, moop around the place, right? So it's not a bad idea. Hoop. That's a hoop. I don't know if I started the hoop counter. I gotta make sure I do that. And hoop counter has been started, so feel free to add hoops. Those who know how. Could Gunther run into Freddy, knocking him down? I want to change that functionality, because right now what happens when Gunther comes is that Gunther just drives like into Freddy, pushes Freddy away. It's not really realistic. I'm considering just having him crash into Freddy, but it could be fun if we do some sort of falling animation on Freddy and then he has to get back up again. That is not a hiccup. Like, I thought you knew this by now, Trude. Maybe we didn't spend enough time together, but that is a hoop. It's sometimes people say bless you, sometimes I think it's a hiccup. People are confused and flabbergasted, but it is a hoop. How about a teddy bear? You hold a button to reduce fear. Like, we've been talking about fear, and whether we want that to be a mechanic. I'm just not sure. Because I like the idea of, if I view Freddy, I think I want a kind of a Slenderman effect. Maybe not as extreme as Slenderman, but a little bit of jittering. So you're like, oh no, I can't look there. And when you get close to him, I also want there to be this unnerving feeling through post-processing and some shake and the like. Not to the point where you can't play, but just enough to give you a, oh, no. Just so you understand that this is bad. I mean, we gotta celebrate the 100th hoop. Come on. Hey, Marta, glad you could make it. Glad you could catch one of them live. You better watch out, Freddy. What? 'Cause I got Johanna on my sides. Zoom. What is he viewing? That loser. Freddy jumps over Gunther's path, or Gunther knows how to drive around Freddy. Yeah. Gunther's driving AI, he struggles a bit with obstacles. Wait, where's Gunther? I think did he get stuck somewhere? I haven't seen Gunther in a while. Is he still around? I think maybe he got stuck behind the... Yeah, he's not perfect. Tasty Irish whiskey. That's me. Getting drunk, you know. Heartbeat has effects. Yes. Fear, I want to be a stat that is, how close are you to danger? And that's gonna impact heartbeat and music and screen effects and the like, just to let you know that, oh, this is bad. But we need to figure out... Gunther just tackles Freddy. I kind of like... We could push Freddy down if he gets hit by Gunther, because that is sort of a random event, so to say. I don't know if Gunther hits Freddy, knockdown? Dizziness. Ooh, I like the thought of dizziness, Truda. I think maybe what I would like to do, rather than mirroring the controls, is there are some other... I mean, there are other freaky ways we can mess with the player and disorient them a little bit. There is, for example, one such effect that we can give to the global post-processing here, called lens distortion. And we can essentially... Let's see... begin to just make the world room inwards. We can play with these to sort of give you that feel of, okay, maybe you're walking down the corridor and it's just room. There are ways that we can mess around with people and give them spooks. There was something I was gonna do. Yes, there is one thing I want to discuss with you today and begin working on. There's one very important thing. Right now we have Freddy's idle state. Just look at him turn his head towards me. I love that. His idle state, his patrol state, and his chase state. What is it that we do not have? Attack. I've set it up so that when Freddy gets close to you, he attacks. Right now, he just prints a message to the console saying, hey, I attacked, but we need to do something there. I've been thinking... I'm not sure if I want to bring up the game. That might be a little too much effort, but I can find my own video on it, because in Slender, I'm kind of thinking of doing something similar to when the... I don't know if it's a girl or a boy who comes and jumps on you down in the spooky mines. Let's see, let's go here.
Previously on Slender.
Slender. Let's see. Because you're being chased in this chapter.
Missing one.
And not by Slender Man. I need to see if I can find the girl.
No, we're not gonna go there today.
I really need to play more spooky games, to be honest, to actually get some inspiration. If you had to dress up for something spooky for Halloween, what would it be? I've actually been thinking about it. Yeah, I don't know. I won't have time to get the t-shirt in time. Yeah, I've delayed it for too long. I kind of wanted to go with just a black t-shirt with a bloody font that said student debt. But I don't think I have time to do it now, so I really don't know. Because there's a little girl or guy, this little monster that keeps... I have a feeling it wants me to go this way. What makes you say that, Dark? I need to see if I can find it. Is that you, Charles? You little punk? Because this chasing really got me.
Echo Boys sounds like it.
Recap of our Halloween special. Yeah, I used to make some Halloween. Used to make some Halloween videos with Truda. It's one of the only times I actually play horror games. I don't like to play them by myself. There, this guy girl thing. They will chase you around, and if they get close, they will leap at you. And I'm kind of curious about how they did it, because it did freak me out a little bit, and I think it might be a feasible thing, because we need some sort of spooky spook when Freddy actually gets you. And I know I lose at least once.
Eyes open.
I don't remember where.
Eyes peeled.
I don't want to confuse you by having two of me.
Needs.
Yeah,
I guess I do not need to go back across.
Well, I don't want to play the game just to get the jump scare again. Screw that.
I don't want to play this. I don't want to... Wait, where do I go?
But oh boy,
around.
It's safe. It's a playback, Dark. You're not.
I said trap because that's what a stair is in Norwegian.
Oh,
there
look,
might
it's
actually
me,
be a
behind
trap.
me.
There we go. This is a trap.
This is just me watching, trying to find a jump scare.
This makes me hate. Don't give me the boy.
Oh,
Don't give me the boy.
I think it's around here.
I don't want the boy right now.
All right, let's just watch.
Actually, just never. He can hop in a meat grinder for all I care.
That's not very nice, Dark.
And stay there. Forever.
I think he gets me.
As someone.
All right, let's just watch. Let's analyze
And grinds.
as a developer.
Sorry. That was rude. That was mean. It's the one! It's the one! Holy heck! Slap me on the back and call me John. Oh, there's still one more.
I mean, a lot of people find the sound of their own voice weird, but
We're on
you
the
get
right
kind of
track.
used to it as a YouTuber.
We're on the right track.
Because I listened to it for so many hours. Oh,
Screw that.
I know I'm... Hold on.
One more.
Sorry, I'm just looking around here, but...
I do not care about your anime recommendations.
Okay, random
Not
equals
face
funny.
me.
Okay.
Nothing can ever beat my love for Death Note.
Watching Dark with Dark. Yeah, I should just do this. Just start reacting to my own videos. Oh, there's...
You were there, and then you were there. You sly son of a gun.
Uh-oh. Oh no.
I'm
Oh
going
no.
the wrong way.
Oh no. You got two Darks panicking for the price of one.
Screw me. Sue him, I will. I was like, I thought we were playing by the game's rules. I'm trying to run! I'm starting to run out of energy.
Hey, Germsy, thanks.
Go.
Not
go
right now.
move your
In a
butt.
second.
That's where we need to go.
I know I get busted.
Screw you. Screw you. Hey, I got you.
I thought
I got you. Yeah. Boys. Oh, you know. What do you mean check more? I'm checking as much as is needed to check. The more I turn, the more he is there, the more he makes me go mad.
Okay, watch.
I need to listen then. Uh-oh. Oh no. Why the music gotta do me?
It's behind you.
I found it! I found it! Get away from me! I was totally flashing you!
Okay, so what I think is interesting here, or what I'm thinking we might do, is that we can make Freddy... We need to get Freddy up to the camera. That's one thing. To really get the scare going, we need to get Freddy up to the camera. And I think a way that we can do it, as you can see here, I think they attach this model to the player. So as he now comes, let's turn down the playback speed a bit. You can see he goes into some sort of animation here, and then it's like a leap. Okay, so you can actually see the leap coming, and you can see this face as well. So that's a beauty. This I can't deal with that sound of me in slow motion. So as you can see, it's like it leaps onto the camera itself. So we could maybe attach it to the player, so that the face of Freddy is like all up in the camera. I think we essentially just move Freddy towards the camera, and they've actually locked the angle there, which is interesting. I don't think you can look around while that is happening, because you're supposed to be pushed to the ground, I'm fairly sure. So, essentially, what we gain from that is that we need to figure out how the Freddy jump scare is going to happen. So, I want to... Because how is Freddy gonna spook ya? He needs to come up on the screen. That's just, I mean, it's a jump scare. He has to do that. Might be a little cheap, but hey, you got busted by him. It's not out of nowhere, I guess. So. I kind of want to go over to some dungeon music here. Ooh, now it's serious. Freddy catches you, puts his hand on your... Like, we can do that. We can check if Freddy is at your rear and do a different sort of... But I kind of like the idea that if Freddy... Okay. Because we need to take into account all the different ways the player can be looking. We need to take into account all the different places the player can be busted. So what I'm thinking is when Freddy comes at you and catches you, the camera automatically pans towards him. The camera sort of lerps to look at his position, because that way we can get it from the front. Otherwise, if you're gotten from the side, it won't really make a lot of sense, and I don't really want him moving around you. I don't know, I'm too scared to watch that game through the... So, I don't know. I'm kind of scared. We could maybe play a couple of those games, to be honest, if we just make some sort of... we can make a Halloween special. Just play some spoopy games to get some inspiration if you were down. He could lurch towards you. Yeah, we definitely need to do something with his mouth, because his mouth is just terrifying. Like, he looks like an old man in a child. It's Benjamin Button, basically. So, let's write this down here in this document, which is very well organized and everything is in its proper place. Busted. Camera pans quickly to Freddy's location. Because this way, if you're standing still and he comes up behind you, then the camera will pan like Sophie is turning around, and he will wait to attack until the time is right, essentially. Halloween stream. I mean, yeah, I don't know if it would be on Halloween, because I know there's a Halloween party at my school, and I think Truda might have plans too, at least she had in 2016. But definitely now going up against Halloween. I was thinking making videos, but I mean, we could stream it instead. You can make the character blink in the LERP. Yeah, we can use a blink to sort of hide some bad transitions, maybe, Thomas? Heavy violin and Freddy screaming. Okay, so the thing is, I know it's cheap with some, you know, really loud violins that come in and spook ya. But I do have some things from the asset store that we might just listen to, just to get a feel for what we might be able to play, just to really give the player a heart attack. That's really the end goal here. Let's see, complete horror scares. Let's listen to some of these. This one is called Broken Violin Scare. That's pretty spoopy. What else is here? Ooh, that's a classic. Scratch Scare. Gods. Boom. I did not play Layers of Fear, but I did get it for free on the Epic Games Store, so I actually do have Layers of Fear lying around. Ooh. Some of these are nice. Some of them are build-ups too, which are a bit harder to use. The thing is, I feel like it also needs to be a little... Can we click on hideable thing? The thing... Okay, I'm not sure if we're gonna have... Yeah, that's the thing, Elite Pandan. I kind of want there to be other spooks as well that can happen as you move around the house. It's not just the dolls, but there might be other things that also happen, just to make sure that you're never quite safe. Like, you might wander around the house once, and on your second wander, something else might happen. I want that bit of procedural nature to the house, where you can't really come in knowing how it's going to be. Creepy ambient sounds. I've been thinking if he should have a voice or not, and he is a ventriloquist doll, and, you know, they usually come with a voice in a lot of horror games. You can see his jaw. The reason it looks weird is that I think his jaw does not move with his head as he looks towards me, but I don't hate it. I mean, it bugs out a little, but it kind of fits. I mean, it's supposed to bug out a little. Make the strings play a huge, loud, diminished, major 7th flat 2 chord. I like it. Yeah, when Freddy spotted, we could play something. Right, we were talking about hiding. We've also been thinking about crouching. I really like crouching because that way you could be able to hide behind the couch and such, and he would lose sight of you. But it also does add a lot of complexity, since I've been looking for some crouching animations, but they also need to look good from a third-person point of view. This is Pillars of Eternity soundtrack. The track is Wodica? But okay, let's go back to the busting mechanic. The camera's gonna pan quickly to Freddy. I think Praise the Pun was kind of kidding about the comment about that specific violin sound. Freddy wants to play. Because if he's gonna have a voice, I might try to voice act him, and if we end up not liking that, I could get somebody else to do it. Might have to budget in for some voice actor then. Because I've been, like, the performance that voice actress gave last night, like, I want her in more projects. Just that voice. And it sounds kind of young, too. It's not quite child young, I think, but... Camera pans quickly to Freddy's location. What we saw in the Slender clip is that... Oh, yeah, he can shout out things like, "Why are you running?" And be like... "If only there was somewhere you could hide," as he just moves around. The thing about having him voiced is that the player might get tired of hearing the same loops over and over again. That's one of the dangers. I did actually share it yesterday. Do you guys want to hear that voice actress? I can find it. Hold on. Let's see. Da 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 da. Might as well play the video as well. It's just something I got on my phone while I was mesmerized. Let's see, pictures. Like, these are just people doing it for free just to help us, and I was like, wow, cool.
I didn't have many friends here. I've only ever had one, but she's gone now. Most people don't get my humor, I suppose, and that's their problem, not mine.
Just so good. That's Thea. It's
so
just
good.
oh, so good. All right, so yeah, it is. It's good, Thomas. Freddy shouting, "Mara, protect us both." I mean, that could be cool. Yeah, come out, I want to play. The blink or smear. What we could do is that when Freddy approaches, I have a certain range. So when he comes within that certain range, that's attack range. So he gets there. Let's say that he lerps, and when I say lerp means linear interpolation. In other words, you go smoothly from one thing to another. If you had a cube here, and you had a position over here, and you told the cube to lerp there over 1 second, the cube would move there over the course of 1 second, as if there were keyframes between. He lerps into an animation where he will jump and attack the player. So we disable the player's movement and camera input. We kind of have to. If you can move the camera around, then, yeah, I mean, he could be stuck on you, but it wouldn't really feel natural. I think we were just going to try this first, and maybe we can do something more fancy later. So he just, yeah, like, don't run and then just laugh. Come on now, there's no need to get violent. I would like that, actually. Freddy hum. Yeah, like, if I feel like giving Freddy a voice will give him more personality, because he can walk around the house like, and maybe he can do some, you know, maybe he can just hum the freaking "We Are Back" Kajor song, like, we can just have it be full of references if we want to. Okay, I just got an idea. Speaking of references, what if when Freddy catches you, you black out, it goes silent, then you start hearing the sounds of a horse carriage moving. You hear music playing, you open your eyes. Hey, you're finally awake. And Ralof is there to greet you. That would be pretty sweet. That's kind of what I was talking to the lead developer at Bethesda about, if I could do that. I think I showed you guys that pillow, but there's essentially a pillow of Ralof saying that line. Ooh, I want it. I really want it. I think I might wish for it for Christmas. Is that how you speak? Black scream. Had the screen go black, normal. Stop right there, criminal scum. Should go watch the movie. Alright, bye-bye, potato. Just the Oblivion card. I mean, we could just have him we can zoom in on the face and just do like a Oblivion and just have his mouth go up and down like, stop! You violated the law! That would be pretty scary too. Ooh, that's a very good point through that. He would know those. We could make, if we wanted to, we could also make him sort of, no, maybe that gets, like, we can do like I want to do the nursery rhymes and songs that I heard, and if I could also just make him sort of mumble them in Norwegian, like, at least from my perspective, and I think fellow Norwegians, that's really cool. Like, we try to infuse some Norwegian spirit into a lot of the things we make. Let's see. He will hum to himself. Nursery bedtime songs. Will be voiced, but won't spew the lines too frequently. Because that drives me insane. I've already complained about it in Skyrim. You just stand next to somebody and they're like, yeah? How can I help you? Yeah? You're just standing there and they're just going back and forth. I don't want to talk to you. If I wanted to talk, I would come up and... 1, 2, Freddy's coming for you. I mean, I want to see Markiplier and Jack, and maybe we can even get the holy trifecta complete and get PewDiePie too. That would be fun. Because I have been thinking, I kind of want to name, I don't know why, but I kind of just want to name this boy Felix. I don't know, we still need a name for him, so let's just name him Felix, I think. I'm not baiting at all, what are you talking about? That's good to know through that. Maybe I will. I don't know if Sophie's really gonna have much of a voice, but I might need some sounds of just like moving or going up steps or stuff like that. Scared breathing. It's kind of weird to ask, hey, can you here's a microphone, can you just pretend like you're scared and breathe heavily into this? Actually yesterday when me and Thea was gonna do like recordings, like we understood how awkward it is to ask a voice actor, especially a voice actress, to make sounds of exertion. It just gets weird. I mean, that's true though. Does Freddy come to the Cloud District very often? No, please guys, no. We're in this realm now. We're free from Skyrim's shackles. Hey, toots! So this is about the closest he can be, because Sophie has a bollekinn, as we would say in Norwegian. Her cheeks are just so round. The camera is right here in her face, looking out at him, so he needs to be about here. Because we can essentially make him jump to this spot in front of her, and then sort of latch on and do some sort of laughing, like... Maybe not like a horse, but you get the idea, you know? Yeah, that's basically Freddy right now. Hey there, yeah. That's him. Oh, okay, we can get about this close. I mean, if he gets closer, that's kind of scary too, to be honest. So it's not a huge issue. Doll, just crawl around. Oh, just crawl. Ah, wood clanking. Yeah, I really feel like he needs ambient wood clank. Ambient wood clank. That's it. Okay, somebody said, hello, he who sees this. Nice to see ya. Doll that crawls. We have been thinking, what if Freddy has different movement patterns? We've talked about, what if you come into a room and he's just walking in the roof or just doing something in the roof? That could be fun. Crawling could be fun too. I need to find an animation pack for it, because hand animating takes a long time and I don't really have the expertise. We haven't really had any animating classes. But I like the idea of a crawling doll, so I'll write it down under the ideas section. Crawling doll. We disable the player's movement and camera input. Freddy lands, music roars, and he laughs, and the screen does a dramatic effect. Freddy can hide. It's not terrible. So, hiding could be fun. It's just there's not that many places to hide. The only place I can think of is the bathroom. Because, I mean, this object is static, so I would need to make sure that it's not static, and that would be less performant, but it doesn't really matter that much. Can I... maybe because the parent is static? I just can't change this right now, I guess. But we could open the bathroom. That would be one thing. I don't know if I think the shower curtains are... yeah. They'd be hard to move. A doll named Bjorn. Boom, boom. Yeah, because right now he is... The reason we have what he has right now is that there's some good root motion baked into this, meaning Freddy's movement right now is driven by animation, which is why it looks kind of smooth. Sophie's movement is just driven by pushing her forward with some forces, which is why it looks like she's sliding sometimes, but it's a lot more precise. Freddy's using more natural movements, so we could actually definitely look for some walking animations that are creepier. And I like what you say about unnatural. Yeah, Thea, that gives you sort of that Siren Blood Curse effect. So, yeah. So many people are suggesting it, and I do think it could be cool, so I shouldn't be too scared about the implementation about it. Hide mechanic. You can hide inside cupboards and the like. Freddy has a chance to lose sight if in sight. Otherwise, it's a high chance of survival if out of sight. But he will pace outside for a while. Backseat dev, that's essentially what you're doing. What was it that I was thinking about? Yes, crouching. I also kind of want to do crouching. Because if... I'm not hiding right now, he can see me. If I crouch now, though, Freddy can't see me. I would just need to sort of figure out, okay, where is he? If we could lean, that would be cool, but I don't really know how I'm going to make that fit with the animation. That's one of the issues of actually seeing our body. And we need to be much more careful about the movements that we do. Yeah, Freddy limping could be cool. Just a head rising from the laundry basket. Do you mean the player or Freddy? But yeah, I think this is this one static object. If not, I'm gonna make Husky to get Husky to make no, why is it static? But just imagine just din 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 din. You just imagine Freddy just popping open the cupboards. Hei, har du betalt NRK-lisens? We can also open the fridge, but it's hard to hide here. But I think I might want to hide Giggles in here, since Giggles is such a small doll. So that could work. Cupboard hide you. That's good. Freddy have, but in the same roof Freddy have, switching to be climbing in the roof, a little harder to spot. Yeah, I mean, if you come and look around the living room, you can't see him and you look up. The thing is, he wouldn't really be able to chase you unless I, like, make a path so that he can walk down. Like, if he runs over to this side, he can then run down here. It gets a little complicated, but at least sort of the crawling idea I like, because that's just a matter of changing his speed and his animations, which can be done without too much issue. Yeah, I think we've thought about them flickering. I also kind of want Freddy to just be a real punk. So if he's nearby and he sees a light that's on, he has a certain percentage chance of going over and turning off the lights again. So you can light up a room and he can just come and swap them back out again and make it dark. I like that he's doing this, just being a real I'm gonna say it, a real jackass, to be honest. Sorry, Freddy, but it's the truth. Oh gosh, that got really dark with the vision there. It's much better in the light. Ooh, you're like, oh, where is he? Maybe too dark. Well, I'll think about it. Maybe he has night vision. We'll see. When he crawls, he's faster. Because here's the thing, difficulty is gonna be a thing. So the gameplay loop is collect dolls. As you collect dolls, things get harder. Like Slender. Pick up notes, Slender gets more aggressive. So, at the start of the game, Freddy's not in the house. He's in the basement. He's locked in there. 2 non-Freddy dolls are placed around. You can go and pick these up. You're relatively safe. There's nothing that can actually kill you. I want the player to be able to explore a little bit and be safe in the beginning. Then, once you've collected 2 dolls, the cellar door flies open and Freddy begins to roam. he's not hyper aggressive in the start. He's going to get more and more aggressive the closer you get to gathering all the dolls for the tea party. And eventually we might make him crawl if we desire. Though we'd need a different catch animation potentially. If we want to go to that level of detail. We also thought that the power might go out, so they have to go into the basement. I had a good old one. Like, I feel like my goal with this is that I want people to play it and then be like, no, I'm not doing that, and then just quit. If we can make somebody physically unwell so they do not want to play anymore, we've done our job right. What if Freddy just drop kicks you when he's crawling? Don't hate it. Don't hate it. Okay. Back to the Freddy jump scare. Freddy lands. Music roars, he laughs, and the screen does a dramatic effect. I mean, that's pretty much a jump scare though, isn't it? I mean, what else do you really do in a jump scare? Because the way this is set up right now is just so it's the easiest to implement. Disabling controls, flipping the camera to just where I want it, and then having Freddy come in just the right position. Rawr, spooky. Oh, we've been thinking about Easter eggs all right through that. The Easter Bunny has been here. We have discussed his eggs. So Husky actually made, I might as well show this off. Husky made some blocks because we bought some different assets in the last one thanks to Germsy's very generous donations. And we found a lot of cool things like little girl's room, some different toys, tea sets, the kind of stuff that we're going to need to populate upstairs because Sophie's room just looks like a very boring guest room / office. So we would need to pimp this with some exterior assets. And I was talking about blocks, and Husky made these. So essentially these blocks, they are just regular blocks with numbers on the side, but she's made an emission map so we can change the color of each block and even make it glow a little bit. Like I spelled out Mia using blocks. So I'm thinking, can we use this UI based in a way? It would be really cool to maybe have, when you pan around her room, because I want her room to be the main menu, there's not going to be a scene transition into the game. Maybe the different options can be blocks, so the camera pans around the different blocks to see, do you want new game, do you want to quit? I've also been thinking about actually spelling out some Darkling names with it, so we could make a list of Darklings who want their first name in the game, and then we could spell them out randomly in the room, like maybe there are a couple of blocks that keep changing every time you go out of the room and spell something different. I definitely want to do something with the blocks. Not quite sure what, but there is potential in them, so... To collect the final doll, donate to our Patreon. Basement all trippy. I would like to do something with the basement, since right now the basement is super plain, but this is also where I would have the most room to expand, because if I pull this back, we're underground, so I can keep expanding this into infinite chambers, and if there's one thing I love, it's systems. I've already made a procedurally generated dungeon crawler game in Mage's Arcana, which was a class project, and a lot of that same logic can be applied to actually build out the basement so that every time you go into the basement, there's a different basement. There might be rooms placed in different places with doors leading to new rooms. I'm not quite sure what would populate them, but I like the idea that you have to go down into the basement and it's a spooky, scary place. Not sure if I just want it to be a gauntlet where Freddy will chase you. Every time a doll escapes from the room, it leaves a message with wooden blocks just for fun. Yeah, so here's, if you actually, we've been thinking, what happens if you go outside? How do I punish the player for being a little chicken? Staying outside. So we've been thinking, what if Freddy begins poking his head up in the different windows, and eventually he steals one of the dolls from your room and places it around the house again, essentially removing your progress. If the player makes some specific actions, Freddy gets hipster Carl glasses. Trude is actually the person who made me consider getting glasses, because she just had this pair of, well, glasses that didn't actually have functioning glasses. They were fake, essentially. But they were in pretty much this style. I tried them on. I'm like, oh, I kind of like this look, actually. And then I was like, well, also, I have been struggling to see things for the last 6 years. Maybe I should get my vision checked. So I did. So in some ways, she's the reason I actually got my vision checked. Sophie, what are you thinking about this? You did just get some dark lore. We fade to black. But it's not the end. I don't want you getting busted to be game over, try again, scrub. I want you to wake up in your room and have some progress reset. We fade to black before we wake up in our room with some progress reset. But get caught too many times and you will wake up at Freddy's private tea party. Or something else equally scary. So, every time your vision goes black and you come back, goes black and it comes back, you're never sure just where you're gonna be at. And that's gonna be part of the fun. Because you can lose if you get busted enough. But we can, I like the idea of making the player think, oh, okay, I get busted and I get reset to the room. Cool. They do that, maybe they get busted a few more times and suddenly, wait, I'm not in my room? Where did I wake up now? I like that because it's a little bit of leniency, which I like. I don't like just that hard game over, but at the same time, if you mess up enough times, there is a game over. So there is a threat to not getting busted. Bye, Jersey. Yeah. Bye, Germsey. Robert the Doll? No, I haven't. I have not. I'm trying to figure out what I want to prioritize on the to-do list, because I'm going to be quite busy working on Desiderium, my class project walking simulator. Since we need a trailer for that at the very least. On Saturday, the 2nd of November, where I will be in Lillestrøm, Norway, in a clown costume. And Desiderium will be there too. I won't be presenting that, but we still need to get a trailer done. I know, right? Robert the Doll, alright. First few times, try again. Holy shit, what is Robert the Doll? Oh my gosh. Oh my. That is not okay. According to legend, the doll has supernatural abilities that allow it to move, change its facial expressions, and make giggling sounds. Some versions of the legend claim that a young girl of Bahamian descent gave Otto the doll as a gift or as retaliation for wrongdoing. Okay, well yeah, that's basically Freddy, to be fair. That's Oh, I summoned Robert the Doll, big red arrow, all caps, not clickbait. I have seen enough for one day. Oh boy. Pumpel og pilt. It's nice. Yay for spending excessively long amount of time waiting for Windows to install updates and missing over an hour of the stream as a result. Hashtag fun! But keep in mind, Dark Phoenix, I will be posting these videos on YouTube later on, so you can catch up. Thanks, I hate it! There's a scene of Freddy dancing to Busted from Phineas and Ferb. I kind of like the thought that Freddy is telling you... Try again. Something of the sort. Something of that nature to taunt you a little bit. Because if I do make it so that it's not one game over, I can make Freddy more difficult and more aggressive as well. But I really need that opening moment where you can walk around the house, get a feel for it, go and hide in cupboards even though nothing's chasing you, just so you understand the mechanics. Alright, what were I supposed to pull up? Right, the to-do lists. So, Freddy AI has been made. Make Gunther crash into him and not push him. It says I did this. I don't think I did it, but whatever. Make it possible to pick up doll, yes. I need to make it possible to place it anywhere and to return it. Make the highlight system for the dolls, that is done. Add a open door system. Yes, I was thinking a bit about how we wanted to deal with the doors. So, either we do the simple click to open and close thing. Then I was thinking, okay, can Freddy open and close? He probably should be able to. So, if I was to click this door, it would just close. But then if he was on the other side, he could open the door as well. But then what if I clicked it as it was opening? Would I close it again? Because then we could just stand on just different sides of the door, just slamming it like we're angry siblings. I will be at Spill Expo on Saturday, the 2nd of November, Trude. I will be on stage for Høgskolen Christiania from 4 p.m. to 5 p.m. If you're in Norway, come say hi. Get a record player and have Freddy randomly turn it on and blast music. Mark, that's the most sensible thing you've said all evening. I'm okay. I will just open my email. Let's see. What's the... Was there anything bad there? No, not really. Nothing sensitive, but you know. It's really bad just streaming your desktop like I'm doing. Right, door open system. Give the door a cooldown. Yeah, I was thinking that too. The door has to open or close fully before it can be interacted with again. That way, if Freddy is outside and he opens the door... Sorry, honey, there's no saving ya. You can't close it in time. Right, the, what was I gonna... The other idea, the music player. Freddy blasts music on record player or CD player downstairs randomly. We could find some music that's safe to use. Just find some Kevin MacLeod. Because I want this game to be safe for YouTubers. I want it to be super streamer friendly. I want to offer them a freaking press kit for this. With some different, you know, transparent PNGs of the game's logo, etc. So, yeah. The other idea, lock in the door. Oh. I feel like Spill Expo is a wonderful place to cosplay. So go for it. What if he's halfway in the door? I guess the door would just push him out. Or maybe the door would stop if it crashes with him. That could also be. So that if he's standing there and I try to close the door, it might hit him. That could also be cool. We could do the amnesia door, but I don't feel confident in my ability to make that feel good. That's right. The writing's on the walls. Whoop. And her legs have a life of their own, so we also need to fix this. Sophie is actually quite acrobatic. If I go over to the couch, she just jumps on it like it was a pirate ship. She just takes control. If I just move a little bit. Oh, there we go. There we go. And, oh. Yeah, there's also this. There's some lighting issues when my shadow gets close to a light source. So I might need to move the light sources or do something about it because I can look inside myself. Which is a little unsettling. It's something to think about. Hello, Alban. Nice to see you could make it. Hey, Ferretier. How's the game going? The game's going well, actually. Over here's Freddy. This is Freddy Vision. He's watching me. I also have made some chase logic for him, so he's a spooky boy right now. Sophie's shadow is creepier than Freddy. I don't know who should be offended, Freddy or Sophie. Beep. Boop. Alright, Johanna, come here. Come here, girl. Placing her down is going to be rather simple, but there would need to be a reason to place dolls down, right? Let's say, okay, you can't hide with a doll. It sounds kind of obvious, but it's good to just have that established, you know? Hide mechanic. Can't hide with doll. will drop doll where standing. Essentially. You're gonna nightmares from that shadow alone. But there will be creatures like... Looks clean. Thank you, Ferretier. There will be dolls like... Uba Uba. He's sitting with cymbals making noise. He's perfect. If we can drop him, he can make noise when Freddy is near. To let you know, oh, I can hear him playing in the garage. That means Freddy is over there, for example. Or we can have him distract Freddy. So the first time Freddy sees Uba Uba being deployed by the player, he will actually focus on Uba Uba for a little while. But then he'll learn, oh, it's just Uba Uba. And then he'll go on. That's the thought with him. Music should play only when Freddy is not around. Yeah, that's the thing. Do we announce... Yeah, also Johanna needs a butt. Do we announce to the world that Freddy is near? Do we do the... I'm sorry, Gunther, I'll move. Do we do the Silent Hill thing where you have radio static when he's near? Like you have something that indicates, uh-oh, he's close. I'm not quite sure. Alright, talk to you later to that. Hello, Dylan. Welcome to the spooky Scremstrem. Freddy doesn't care about me. Soulless being. Instead of making a face for Johanna's butt, just have Sophie hug Johanna and boom, no need to correct the shadow. Aw, that's kind of cute. Yeah, the thing right now, I need to make a separate arm animation for this, because this, I mean, it kind of works, but you can see it's sort of attached to the side, doesn't look that good. And if I run, I'm just violently tugging her into my face. So, you know, something needs to be done. I just attached her to the arm, so I need to make a separate layer for that arm. And when I'm holding a doll, I need to keep that more steady, I think, is how I'm going to fix that. Play Gregorian chants. Fainter or stronger, the closer he is. Yeah, quicker heartbeat is nice. I do want the player's fear level to rise when in proximity. Touch him and Freddy sprints at the monkey. Yeah, heartbeats will definitely play a role. They'll definitely... Oh, give me that look, you little punk. Oh, there's Gunther. Yeah, so Gunther's not pushing him anymore. I actually did fix that. Well, he was pushing him early, but whatever. Gunther's Gunther. Gunther's gonna Gunth in the Gunth-mobile. Can't really do much about that, can we? I think that's beyond our control. Oh yeah, he crashed. Very good. As you can see, he tried to avoid Freddy, ended up crashing there. He's a bit slow on the recovery, but he glitches out a little bit. Hey, Amandus. Welcome to madness. Yes. She's a lot. It would also be really cool to have the dolls turn to look up at you as you're holding them. That would be really nice. Gunther's animation reminds me of GTA. What's that? Gun Theft Auto? Because Gunther instead of Gran. Just might sound asthmatic. I kind of like breathing and footsteps increase in player when he's near. It would also be really cool if I can make some sort of slightly dynamic music system where there's just a very, very low tune in the background. Just a low music track that's just some ambient. And then as he comes, it's sort of goes up a little bit. I have a couple of those packs that I've used in other projects. I don't know if they're super suited to what I want right now, but it could be cool. This pack, so it does have a horror one. So let's take a gander at that. So let's see. In horror we have let's see, stealth. Let's see some of these. No, way too orchestral. Cave of the Beast. I used this in Mage's Arcana. Could be anywhere. I'm scared. Brum. And then moving. So they just added a couple more things to it. It's a little much. Yeah, ghost transmission. This is more spiritual, haunted. Hell scratchings. It's still a bit too much, I feel. It's too bombastic. This is kind of good for chasing. Stealth moving. March of the Dead. Yeah, it is more zombie-like. Scraping blades. No, that's a little too sci-fi. I think we have some, do we have some spooky, or we have some bombastic ones. Ooh. The Gunth-Rave. Imagine walking into the basement and just hearing this, just blasting. You just have a room where Gunthor's just tearing it up on the dance floor. How cool would that be? It might be the last time you disco, but still, it'll be the best time you disco. Oh, this is good. Use this in Mage's Arcana for the boss fights. But I don't know if any of it really fits. I don't know if... Because we need something when he chases you. I want something to just come on. It's too orchestral, it's too dramatic, it's too proper. You're in a nonsensical situation. As a young girl, this wouldn't play. Ride of the Valkyries. Oh, some of this is so good, by the way, like the retro, I think. Is this the one? Yeah. I mean, listen to this. 80s chill kill. This pack is so good. I could compose music myself if I had the skills. But alas, I do not. Hybrid. Do we have something cool? Oh yeah, let's see. Let's see. Horror audio bundle. Is the music... Oh, I opened the readme file. I think the music there is not that great. Yeah, these aren't really great, I feel. Because they're so cheesy, but still. If I heard that, I would still run. Oh, that's kind of subtle. Not for chase music, but... Oh, those clickers are weird. Final boss has appeared. Gunther the Butler steps into the arena, wielding 2 claymores. And he does his thing. That did not sound right. Did I speed up the audio by accident? I think I sped up the audio by accident. What did I do? Playback. Speed normal. I don't know. The music's haunted too, I guess. I know there's some... Oh, Ghostly Carnival. New Bobo Bounso ambient. Heartbeat alarm. That makes me feel unsettled. Ooh, basement track? Is this a basement track? Ooh, droning. Droning darkness, I like. Intense. Is it intense? I don't want to listen to that anymore. Ooh, this too is good. I like the more ambient. I don't like it orchestral. It becomes too cliche if it's an orchestra. Light's cool. Spooky. Just imagine Freddy coming after you and you just hear this. No, evil approaching. Oh, this is cool. This is like one that sounds like it's always building. But I think it loops. So it can just be used ad infinitum. That music with the rapid wood clanking. Ooh, Dead Children ambient! My favorite. Some of these are really good. Like, this is spooky atmosphere right here. Night ambience. Okay. Band building. Storm exterior. Right, I have the... Thunderbolt and lightning, very, very frightening. I have been thinking about whether or not we should set it during a storm. I kind of like the concept of having it set during a storm. Because of lightning. We could use that as a scare. Pleasant day sounds. Now that's gonna set people off. We could just have it be pouring outside. We could have lightning just flash up the neighborhoods. Like Uncle Jimmy did that one time during Thanksgiving when he had a bit too much to drink. Just expose it all. Oh boy. I'm getting scared by the thunder, so I think I'm gonna stop. Good. I don't know, what are you guys thinking about weather? Because we know it's gonna be nighttime. That we do. I don't know if I'm gonna add cutscenes per se. It's more going to be... Ooh, Dead Children ambient could play outside and become louder the further you get away from home. Ooh, yeah, yeah. I kind of want everything to just be in engine, so to say. I kind of want... So what I'm thinking is that in the beginning, when Gunther created man, such a look. Is that music even on? Did I pull? Oh, I pulled out. I hate it when it does that. It gets stuck and then I pull away and it slips out. Alright, I got audio again. Ooh, I love Midnight Syndicate. This is good. Okay, what was I saying? Pouring outside, you just see one of the dolls holding a watering can. Makes you want to stay inside, and Freddy wants you to go outside, so you just stay. Yeah, so the idea is we gather all the dolls in here for the party. We can see like a silhouette outline of where we gotta place the doll around this little tea set or something that we're gonna set in here once we actually make this a girl's room. I want the main menu to be here as well. I want you to be able to sort of zoom around the room. Zoom, new game, zoom options, all written with different blocks like these ones. I want to at least try that because I really want a diegetic UI that feels a little natural, and I feel like that could be fun. Especially also that when you, and then it just goes into playing by moving over to Sophie, who might be sitting on her bed. The camera just goes into her head. She gets up, game begins. Smooth as Gunther's. I guess Gunther has no bottom, so is nothingness smooth? How can we know? This is just fun. I have other game projects that I really ought to be working on. I even got some classmates in chat here. I'm working on those too, but this is just me having some fun. Yeah, just like Otherworld, just like my hospital game. I want it to be smooth. Welcome back, Mark. We've just been talking about what we want to do about the outside and the weather and the like. Are we thinking a storm? I feel like a storm adds a lot more ambience. We just gotta get like really good rain effects and the like. And we probably need to turn up... I'm not sure if these trees are blowable. No, it does not look like it. I think it's just a simple animation, because some trees actually sway in the winds. But we can just animate some of that, doesn't matter. But I feel like a storm could be cool. Stormify. It's a big ass storm. Oh, thank you, Thea. It's fun just doing something something different. This is my way to relax. If I can't play games, I'm gonna be just making them. The silhouette of a tree. Haunting. You can use the storm as a kind of denial space, because we've been thinking about how to keep the player from I wanted to be able to go outside. I wanted to be able to run around. Because we can actually time lightning to sort of a scare. I have total control over when lightning strikes if I set it up right. So I can time that. So as you move through the house, I'm like, okay, it's been a while since something has happened. Cue it. But at the same time, we'd probably have to make the lightning flash a little before the thunder. Just, you know, because that's how it works. In a lot of spooky games, you want sort of the sound and the flash at the same time, but I don't know, we'll have to play with it to see if we want that realism or not. Make the trees look crooked. Yeah, I kind of like the idea that it's a idyllic neighborhood, though. I like the thought that you can run up to the neighbors and dun 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 actually bang the door, but nobody's gonna answer. Nobody will actually come to your aids. And as you're outside, Freddy is gonna steal your dolls. Like, there is no... You know that this ends in the house. You need to go back inside. I've thought of ways of chasing the player back in, but I'm not quite sure if I want to do that by having some sort of entity out there. That kind of breaks some of the story, I feel. The trees transform. How's gun mode going? I haven't worked on gun mode, but I mean, we kind of need a gun mode where you can just, if you complete the game and maybe do a certain task or something, you could just play again, but with guns. So you see Fred and you can just pop, 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 and it's about just shooting all the dolls. That could be fun. Cthulhu resides in the neighbor house. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised, to be honest. Just a rocket launcher. That'd be pretty rad, actually. I just want to running around with a Desert Eagle just one-handing that thing. Call of Duty, but with dolls. Now that's a concept I can get behind. Which game is this song from? Anybody know? Anybody know? Used a lot of this music in Killjoy Season 2. Fog and unpleasant noises. Yeah, fog. I feel like we should fog it up. There are different ways of doing fog. The main way is changing the one over here. If I can, maybe if I, let's say I pop that out and then make the scene view big. And I go down a bit. Because I need to be very careful with the values here. As you can see, we can very easily add a lot more fog until everything is just fog, you know? So we do have a lot of control over that. Problem is that it also functions inside, so we can't have it be too close, otherwise we lose a lot of detail. But we can definitely fog up the outside a bit more, though then we need to make sure that the exterior parts of town look okay. Because it also looks quite sleek without too heavy of a fog effect, I feel. We might look for some different types of fog that might look a little better than the default fog. Sophie 1 Dig. Yeah. What would Sophie's gamer tag be? We should definitely have her gamer tag in like the gun modes. That would be cool. Lil Soph. Raining Blood. I like... So that's cool. What if it starts out as a normal storm, water, then as the night progresses and you collect dolls, because every time you place a doll away and I increase the difficulty of the game, the player's in their room and I can change a lot of things around the house and possibly outside too. So, what if it starts raining blood? What if things outside, what if the sky changes color? Those are things that I have control over. I mean, do music. I like that. Have storm change over time? Yes, just an ordinary guy. I really want that in the game. I want sort of a comedy mode of some sort where you can play through it again, but swap out the music for like some funny soundtracks and the like. I really want to have some unlocks that you get for completing the game. Because that's gonna encourage people to play more and really play around a lot more. Splash blood effect. Ooh. Yeah. It's raining blood. Hallelujah. That would be something. Okay. But I need to try to figure out where my focus should be when it comes to tasks. Placing dolls and returning dolls to the room. I need to work on the main doll system, I feel. Where I spawn dolls in different places. But we also need the basement system. Like, so, timeline-wise, what I kind of want to do is have this game done... I kind of want this game done by the end of the year. But considering we keep sort of adding... I would really like to wrap this up before the end of the year. That would be really nice, because I have been working on a design document for a full version of Otherworld, which I'm kind of excited about jumping into development. And that would be something that I could do up until the next Halloween and really drop that as my first big proper game project. Hello, Killens. So I want to make sure that we can get this out as a spooky, fun treat by the end of the year. It's not the Halloween season, but it's still going to be at the end of the year, and it's going to be dark, and we could also make it winter. That would require a lot of new models. I don't know if you want to go for that Christmas appeal. No. Just ignore what my marketing class is telling me. Dev streams for Otherworld? I have been thinking about it, because I have sort of the story and the concept and the twists and the things. I think I would like to stream Otherworld. I'll need to think a bit more about it. Because I feel like a lot of these streams turn into brainstorming and us sort of bouncing ideas back and forth, which I like. I need it. I need the input. I need to talk to somebody about these ideas. But at the same time, I'm not necessarily as comfortable just sitting down programming something, because I can just, you know, put on some music and just sit down and program, and if I get in the zone, I can just sit and do that for hours. It's just a matter of, can I get comfortable enough, or is it enough of a entertainment doing that? At a Christmas mode where all the music is Feliz Navidad. Yeah, and every sound effect is like a jingle, a bell jingle. Yeah, Dylan, like, some AAA games, I won't name names, like, they take things that used to be just in the package, they're like, how can I section off the game and sell as little to the player at like the full retail price, and then give them the rest later as add-ons. That's money drives a lot of the big industry, which is why we gotta come in as game developers, make some freaking awesome games without the restraints of the corporate overlords, you know? And that's why I'm working on a Unity course, so all of you watching this can sit down and make game development your hobby. Make something really cool, post it on itch, and get Markiplier and Jacksepticeye to play it. Doesn't that sound cool? I would really like to actually make a horror game in my course. Just walk through the different steps of making it so that you can take that and... Is this game pay to win? Oh, maybe. Maybe if you pay like $50 you can get a gun. I mean, no. This game's gonna be completely free on itch. Nothing you can buy. I just want to make it available and fun. The end of funny mode is just Freddy Fortnite dancing while Gunther dab. I want to see Gunther dabbing. Oof, I want to see Gunther dabbing right now. One day though. Dabbing Gunth. The door is locked. You have to pay $10 to open it. My previous game, Otherworld? That was the one that was on itch, the hospital one. It's called Otherworlds. Sorry, Ajerion. That's a mod privilege using the alert command. Yes, Marta. Speaking of which, I would really like for you all to play the game when it's out. When this doll game is out, I want you to be evangelists, okay? I want you to play this game and talk about this game and spread the word of the game so we can get as many people as possible to take part in what we have made. It's gonna be a game by Voices from the Dark and the Darklings. That's what it's gonna be. Because, I mean, I didn't think of Moop Moop. I didn't think of Gunther. I didn't think of all these things. There are ideas that we're making in this sphere. Pay £30 to kill Freddy. Hopefully we would want somebody to actually do that. If we can make him spoopy enough. Okay, what's priority here? It's pretty important to spawn dolls. I kind of want to open doors. I kind of want to do a door opening since it's so easy. And it plays in with the Freddy system a little bit. Make Moop Moop be sad when Gunther's removed. That's not high priority, but it's kind of cool. I really want to... yeah, I guess I called euros pounds. Yeah, sorry, I blinked on the sign there. Kind of want to set up a Trello board or something, maybe. Because we can set up a Trello board so we can see the game's progress, because this is getting a little messy, to be fair. Freddy now looks... we gave the girl her head back. Crouch mechanic, writing things, and... we need a hide mechanic, too. But what I feel like we should do is that we need to get the minimum viable product out. We need to think, what is it that we need for the game to function? We don't need all the features and all the fancy bees nass. Just what is essential? I would say these are essential. Picking up the dolls, placing the dolls. The door is not essential. Johanna's ability? Yeah. Maybe not all of them need abilities to begin with for the minimum viable product. Spawning system, essential. Hide mechanic and crouch, not essential. Spawning dolls, placing dolls, returning dolls. That way we can start to get sort of the main system of the game up and running. I feel like those are some solid goals. Because we still need to do a lot with the dolls, to figure out a lot with the dolls, but it's a start, I feel. Make it possible to pick up doll, possible to place doll anywhere. Should also have the task, make doll not jank in hand. Because right now, it is a little jank. But that's not a super priority. Welcome back, Alex. Any way to lose the game? Yeah. Essentially, if Freddy busts you and gotcha, you will wake up in your room again and lose some progress. But if you get if you get caught enough times, you will wake up somewhere else and you will get a bad ending in some sort of creepy form. Spawning system for dolls. The ability to place dolls down and return them. And make a round manager that can make different variables around the house change depending on how many dolls you have gotten. Secret ending. Yeah, I feel like we need some secrets in the game, or something to make it a little intriguing, I feel. Maybe there are some collectibles. Maybe there are some other things that are in the house. So I definitely want to think about those things once we get sort of the main meat of it down. Because the problem with the Otherworld prototype that people have played is that first and foremost it's short, it's just a prototype, it showcases a concept. I want this to be more of a full video thing. I want a YouTuber to dedicate a video to my game. Potentially more if they want to replay and try out some of the other modes, etc. But at least one mode. At least one video. And we need enough engaging content there so that a viewer... The thing is, even though Jacksepticeye and Markiplier played Otherworld, I barely saw a bump in views or downloads. Because... well, it was short, it was linear, and the viewer got everything that they could get out of the game experience from watching the YouTuber, essentially. So this game would need to have something that's a little different each time you play, or at the very least, makes you want to try it yourself. So that's why I want these more tactical options in the game. I think that's the direction that I wanna take it in. Just give it enough content to really make it juicy. But we have the basics of Freddy down, which is very good. We essentially have Gunther down. His driving AI could always be improved, but it's not a biggie. It sort of serves its purpose. Sneak up behind Freddy and take keys. I mean, yeah, a win state is collecting all the dolls. So, you need to get all the dolls back to your room. Freddy is too violent to just pick up. So what you need to do is that you need to get all other 6 dolls back in your room. Then, you need to make sure that Freddy follows you up to your room. And when he does, he'll come inside. Hey, it's a tea party! And Freddy will come and join the tea party. And that's the ending. You physically need to make Freddy chase you to win the game. After so many dolls are collected, Freddy finds a knife. We ain't playing anymore, tits! And he just begins sort of waving around a freaking knife. Yeah, the thing is, Andrew, we really gotta show that Freddy gets more dangerous. Which is why I think somebody also mentioned the crawling, because it's a way for him to be more spoopy. For him to show like, oh, he's walking. Oh wait, why is he suddenly on all fours coming towards me at rapid speed? You're the second person to mention that, Thea, but maybe we have to add an RPG to the game. I'll just find an RPG on the asset store and just sort of okay. that's like a secret ending. Like, when there's only Freddy left, you can pick up RPG parts and put them together, and it's just like the end of Resident Evil. It's that special rocket launcher that always kills the final boss, and you can blow Freddy away with the freaking RPG. It's so stupid, and I kind of want to write it down. Can find RPG parts in special modes during final Freddy segments to blow him away to pieces. Yeah, I feel like Freddy on all fours is gonna be freaking terrifying. Can find C4. Yeah. Put letter in house, it gives... Yeah. It would be really cool to have some lore around the place. We do have newspapers and the like, and we've been thinking about maybe changing the texture depending on the progress of the game. And it might say something about the game state, but sort of in an abstract manner. So if you're collecting dolls and Freddy is loose, it's like, oh, something... I don't know. I want to do something with it. I want to do something. But we do have a radio here. Somebody mentioned this earlier. We do have a radio, which is very good. Devices on. Do we also have devices off? No, but I could easily make an emission map for this, I think, and then just overlay that and have it glow a bit. Because we can have Freddy start the radio. Or maybe the player start the radio to see Freddy come to it. There are many possibilities. The sky's really the limit. Not really. We could change the sky too if we wanted to. It could be just planets out there. It could look like red lava planets crashing into each other. I think maybe we've gone to ESO music now. Yeah, we have actually. So wonderful. Let's go Dungeon Sinister. Breaking news! Local child is extremely close to having a complete doll collection. Full story on page 5. Will his head be turning in the opposite direction when he is crawling? We'd have to do something like that. Like, because I imagine him like, you know, like the typical sort of spooky Japanese woman on all fours, like backwards leaning type spider walk, you know? A human doing a spider walk, essentially. But we can also make his head just spin like crazy. Crawling, yeah, he would be crawling up the stairs too, because we've made the stairs just a smooth ramp, so he's able to get up there now if he wishes. Let me see. What are the debug keys again? Alright. How do I enable his, because I've disabled his, oh, I can change his speed though if I want to. Freddy boy. Freddy. Oh, Freddy. Look at that little wiggle. Yeah, that's good, Freddy. You do you. I really like the crawling idea. I really do. That is something we should do. And then after that, I really gotta look into optimizing the game. Because right now it's... performance not good enough for your standard average PC. Plus, the build is a little bigger than what itch allows as well, so... there are ways we can fix that up when the time comes. For now, though, I think I'm gonna work a little bit on the basic systems behind the game and really get that down. Fixing on the picking up of the doll, making the spawning system, and making sure that things happen when you collect dolls. Yeah. Because I want to try to get a playable demo as soon as possible, but then I would need some of the core concepts in place. But what more would I really need? I would need the jump scare. Freddy jump scare is essential for the MVP. I need to know if it works. And if we have these, then we can suddenly begin to play the game. Might not be super interesting yet, but we could play the game. Some people have also been talking about... Because what we can do with Freddy... Let's see. Dun, dun. I can make it so that we only render his shadow. Like this. Oh gosh, oh, I forgot about the eyeballs. I forgot about the eyeballs. Okay, where's Freddy? I wonder where Freddy could be. So I think to myself, what? So I like the idea of just seeing that distorted shadow. Ooh. Oh, he stepped on Gunther's back wheel. Where is he? Hold on. I gotta look through his eyes. Oh, he's right. Oh, there he was. Oh. Look at that walk. Look at that walk. Perfect. Perfect blending of animations. Thank you, I know. I am a genius. Oh my gosh. He's just laying into Gunther right now. It's kind of spooky. Somebody's watching me. If I feel like playing Mountain Blade, I'll play some Mountain Blade. That's how it goes. Alright, but I'm thinking we're gonna cap the stream soon. Because we got some good ideas, but I've been working in Unity all day. Because I also do that at my part-time job, which I don't have time to do because of school, so I have to come in on the weekends to work. But this is a bit more enjoyable to do than making sure that you can click hyperlinks to read about potatoes, which is essentially what I did today. If you get Johanna before Freddy's out, you'll see the basement. Yeah, I'm thinking something like that. I was also thinking that we won't spawn in the dolls that are the most useful against Freddy before Freddy is out. Though I'm not quite sure. Because, like, Giggles has no... well, we don't know about Giggles' effect against Freddy, but... we'll have to see. Yeah, I'm hoping it's gonna be cool, Cheyenne, and that it becomes more than just sort of the playground we have now. That's the most difficult part of any development cycle, especially for games, is it's the marathon in the middle. It's the middle part of development. In the beginning, you have this excitement as you come into a fresh new project, so many ideas. At the end, you're like, oh yes, I can finally show it to the world. We're wrapping up. In the middle, things are kind of meh. And that's normal. That's just human psychology. This is Giggles. It's a tiny little doll that we can have hiding around the house. And we're thinking that when you go to pick her up, there's a chance she will giggle and teleport away. So she's a bit of a troll, essentially, is what we're thinking. But, guys and girls, I think we're gonna conclude the Scremstrum there. But of course, if you've enjoyed hanging out, I can probably stay for a few more minutes, just chatting. If there's anything at all that you want to chat about. So, Dark During Editing, this is when you're gonna mute the music, right? Yes, you are. All right. Thank you, Andrew. Hopefully the development's gonna be fun. Kind of want to go and work on the full Otherworld game too, but oh wow, you're starting to sound like one of the dolls now, Marta. Stay with us forever. There we go. Post-stream chill is up. So what's up with you guys, huh? What's up with you? What is up with you? That's pretty good killings. She'll giggle loud enough for him to hear. Thanks, Alex. School, yo. Yeah. We have a lot of work to do, Thomas. We have a lot of work to do. I gotta... This next week, I need to get mentally ready for Spill Expo on next Saturday. Presenting in front of a crowd, talking about Bobo freaking Bounso. Oh, it's gonna be good. I pulled out again. It keeps happening. Because the cable gets attached to my chair and I pull away and then whoop, it goes out. Yeah, essentially people need to make like a AAA game in like a week now. So we're trying to stay sane at school, but people are struggling. Like just the other day, someone just left class, went home and like had to cry in the lap with their partner for a while before they could come back to school. So game design ain't easy, but it's an adventure. It's an adventure. Husky, do you need a timeout, Husky? Do you need to go sit in a corner? Think about what you're saying? I'm trying not to, but it just happens. I can't seem to swing around without it happening. I said no names, Thea. I said no names about who had to cry. Parents getting separated? I'm really sorry to hear that, Killens. Yeah, my own mom and dad divorced when I was rather young. I remember I didn't take it too well. I remember mom's told me that after they had told me and such, they found me sitting in like the office space of our old house, just sitting there, just ripping books out of the bookshelf and tossing them behind me absent-mindedly. So it's not a fun experience, so I feel for ya. I hope it will be filmed, the Jerion. I don't know if the whole thing's gonna be filmed, because our teacher said he was gonna film it and take some pictures, so I'm not quite sure if we're gonna get one uninterrupted video, but I would really like that. I do have wireless headphones. I also have a COS pair that's wireless. Problem is, my computer does not support Bluetooth, so I can't connect to it, so. Yeah, that's right. Thea has like a good old setup. I mean, we can plug the Desiderium devlogs and stuff here too, Thea. I just want to get up a trailer we can show here and generate some hype about it. Because I'm thinking of doing a let's play of Desiderium on the channel. Could be fun. I won't generate a lot of traffic, but some, hopefully. Well, if it's a bad home situation, then yeah, that changes things. I probably could, Mark. I'm just running out of USB slots, and I'm fine with wired for the most part. I want to do some bibada boobada ba. Where's the bibada boobada ba? There she is. I really look forward to December. I really look forward to just being done with school things. Alright, bye-bye, Ferretier. Just getting all of those exams out of the way. And just being able to sit down and do my own stuff. Just work on projects. Just I want that, but I can't have it yet. There's things that need to be made. We need to make that, what is the name we came up with? Juicy Planet? It's a game about an orange where you have to juice yourself by going through an obstacle course. And there's Desiderium, which is the walking sim. Gotta do some marketing on Bobo. Oh, yeah, and there's the other project I haven't started on yet, involving documentation. We have to write this production plan for an imaginary game. Oh, I'm gonna be so sane by the end of it. So I need you guys to keep me a little grounded. I need these moments to just sit down and do something else. Just focus on completely different things. I've been rendering some more Champion of Cyrodiil today. By the way, did you just ground me, Amandus? You have no right. You get what I mean. But I'm really hyped about the Champion of Cyrodiil challenge. It's approaching episode 200. It's gonna be a big one. I haven't made the episode yet. I'm a couple of episodes ahead now, but I still want to let everybody catch up so that we can do episode 200 together. It's gonna be a big one. Go to your room. Oh no, I'm grounded. You mean I have to be in my bedroom? Oh no, how will I pass the time? Yeah, I could do that, Marta. Yeah, Ep 200 is essentially gonna be, it's not a secret, I've talked about it, it's gonna be the battle for Bruma. It's gonna be epic long episode, it's gonna be a machinima intro, it's gonna be voice acting, there's gonna be just everything. And some NPCs will be able to die in that battle. So, you gotta learn to take care of people. That's a hoop. That's the second hoop. Yeah, sleeping's really nice. I've gotten a really good day-night rhythm lately. Like, I could sleep until 8:30 today before I had to get up, but I woke up like an hour before and my body was ready to wake up. And I was like, no, I can sleep a little longer. It was like, no. Alarm's gonna go any second. I'm like, no, it's an hour. No. We're going out. We're getting up. Can we end this soon? You can go to bed whenever you want, Amandus. I'm not gonna keep ya. I feel like the chat's not rowdy, so it's fine. If you have FOMO, fear of missing out, I'm always posting these on YouTube later on. I'm not sure how long we'll make it. How long did we make episode 100? Wasn't that like 1.5 hours, or was it all the way up to 2? I was gonna search for 100 in my videos lists. It was 2 hours. I did this whole intro here, which I thought was kind of cute. I want to do something similar. I had some ideas.
My name is Marina Mistfire. Heed my warning, dear listener.
Almost 10,000 views.
The people of Cyrodiil are not prepared to face the many trials that lie ahead. Soon, a great darkness will fall over the land. An ancient evil that seeks to bring Tamriel to its knees. I have seen it in my dark, foreboding dreams. The throne will stand empty, and the only hope for this world will be me.
That's where it's gonna end. In the shadow of extreme level scaling. From the ashes of a dying YouTube channel, a champion will rise. The difficulty slider has been maxed. The battle has begun. The fate of the worlds rests in the hands of Marina. I'm so happy with that shot. Such a good shot.
Join me as I become the champion of Cyrodiil.
So I want to do something similar for episode 200, but more themed around the Daedric invasion. Oh, I forgot. We were a vamp. Oh, wow. Hey, hello, hobo. Look at that vampire face. Yeah, we cured vampirism in that episode. Man, we've been on some journeys, haven't we? We've been on some journeys. So I still really feel a need and urge to make like cool things like machinimas and go out of my way to do something extra. But I feel like with stuff like Ajor Season 3 I went too far. And I just wanted everything to be cinematic and super cool, and I just didn't have the skills for it. So I essentially downloaded a lot of different animation mods for Oblivion and just played around with them. Some were sitting animations, some were posing, some were idles. Just moved her around, tried some different angles, and yeah, ended up with it. Then I just made sure that I had like a camera pan out at the right time. I think I had to remove the throne in one of the throne rooms, and then since the animation came with the chair, something like that. Maybe I'll play The Last of Us 2, but I don't really play a lot of games anymore in that same capacity. I have other things. I'm making them. I'm doing, yeah. I don't have the rest. I want to be able to sit down and enjoy something. Like, there are things that have come out on Netflix I want to watch and stuff, but I just can't find the freaking time. Lately, my obsession has just been the Silver Scream by Ice Nine Kills. Like, I've listened to them a little bit before, but I just love this album and just how horror themed it is. Like, all of the songs based on different horror movies. It Is the End. It's just a straight up It song, and it's the Jiggy Sub song, and it's Friday the 13th and Michael Myers, and it's just it's been a while since I've enjoyed an album so much, but I just love the humor and just the playfulness. There's just something about it. And a lot of that has also just made me want to work on the doll game, just get some of that raw, just playfulness, just having fun with the concept. Just there's something about it. Not taking yourself like super seriously. Just a little bit, delivering a polished product, but keeping a little bit of like, ooh, hey, ooh, zany. I really like that. Yeah, Mark. That's when you grow up and my arm is chopped off. Responsibilities come and there's just different priorities. Yeah. I mean, I don't have a relationship and I don't have a child, so I have more time than some other people, but I still don't, I'm not really good at using my time. I'm not good at taking care of myself. Hello, Potato. I'm really bad at taking care of myself. Like, I usually just work till I collapse. I have a video on my computer, which is of me at 4 a.m. last semester, sitting up, working on an assignment, running on a couple of hours of sleep in the last 48 hours then. Just being miserable and telling myself not to put myself in the same situation next semester. Yet here I am, doing something other than school assignments. It's gonna be rough. It's gonna be a rough semester. It's gonna be painful, but I'm gonna get through it. Oh, that's nice, Shelvik. I wish you luck with that. I didn't see that before now. Thanks for saying that it's not just sleeping, Marta. But yeah, I've neglected the channel ever since I started school. I haven't been able to do as much on it, so YouTube is like, nope, it's tanked. How much have you missed? Everything? But I'm gonna post it later so you can catch up. Oh, it's almost 10. Well, I think it's bedtime for little old me. You better be off too. I don't care what time it is in your time zone. You go to bed right now. Ah, yeah, I guess that's right, Emil. I know, Potato. Why do you think I'm leaving? I kid. But thank you to everybody. Thank you to Germsy for once again being generous. Thank you to, I don't know if Everything Hurts is still in the chat, but holy heck, that was a chonky boy we got of a donation earlier today. That's, I mean, we can get more acid packs now. We can get some sick weather. We can get more dolls, can't we? Hold on. I haven't actually searched for doll packs outside of the one that we have. Doll. Oh, there we go. That's pretty spooky. See how spooky those are. Are those 2D? Yeah, I think those are just flat image files. Evil doll. Spend the money on foods, not dolls. My doll collection is beautiful. He has a knife! Oh gosh! I feel like this one is probably used in a lot of other games though. Oh my gosh! That is a spooky boy. What kind of animation comes with this boy? Oh my gosh, he is cool. Then again, I don't know. Oh gosh. I don't know if I want to take the spotlight from Freddy. Holy sh... Oh my... It sure is knife to meet him. I'm just gonna steal that joke from Potato and hope... Oh, oh, that's definitely a very alternative. Oh my gosh. Oh, you got the crawl! Oh my gosh. But the thing is, I don't really want... Oh... I don't really want Sophie to be like maimed. I don't want to cut up a little girl. It was really cool. I don't know if we need him necessarily. Hello, why not Total War? Oh my, he's so cool though. Oh, that's really cool. He wants you to play with him. Only one user rating? Nice assets. Colliders don't follow the animations. Savage Werewolf. Sector Lab. Right, Sector Lab does some good stuff, I think. Oh yeah, he has like the killer clown. I've seen this one. This is like some good stuff here. So if you ever want to make a circus game, everybody, I mean, the game makes itself. It's this easy mode, boys. That's a big chunky boy. Very cute. Very cute guy. Holy shit. Yeah. No wonder people hate Bobo. They're like, oh, clowns are scary. I'm like, no, they're not. And then you do stuff like that. We can have a werewolf outside. Whoa. Oh lord, he coming. Wooden doll, rag doll. Oh yeah, but he was really cool, that doll in the basement. Why did I say doll in it, but that evil doll? Because I was thinking, oh, what if he was in the basement? But it's a little different from the other ones. I feel like the other ones fit better with each other since they're made, but... Lovely My Own Maid? No. That's kinda... Oh, he comes with an... No, dollar bills. 4K 60 FPS. Oh, that's kind of that's kind of a fun effect. I don't think we're gonna find more really spooky. Still, it's worth a look. Ah, well, everybody, thank you so much for coming out to the stream. It's been a fun evening. We've made some progress. Gonna be very busy next week, but again, if you're Norwegian, you can catch me at Spillexpo in Lillestrøm next Saturday at 4 p.m. So, maybe you should be there. Goodbye, Everything Hurts. Thank you so much. Goodbye, Mark. Good night, Cheyenne. Good night, Potato. Goodbye, Emil. Bye-bye, Why Not Total War. Goodbye, Dylan. This is rockin'. Bye-bye, Praised Upon. Bye, Ajerion. Bye, Killens. I'll see you, Shelvick. Good night.